I'm going to share with you a secret that one of my mentors, Tai Lopez, shared with me about employees. Now, one of the things he always says, anytime he brings someone on an organization, he says, look, I'm going to turn you into a ninja. Now, I know that you're not going to be with me forever. You're going to leave, you're going to do other things, but by the end of the journey, at the end of the time you're with me, you are going to be a ninja. And what he does, he puts them through ninja-like training. And I've talked to this with my employees today, even today. I say, look, you watch the movies about being a ninja, and you see the training, the hustle, the sweat, the blood, right? All, falling, getting yourself hurt, all of that. It's not fun, part of ninja training, right? But at the end of it, the results are incredible, right? And so you think of it, you don't have to necessarily love the journey, but you have to appreciate the journey. So if there is a mistake that happens, or if something goes wrong, or if your employees don't do anything that they should be doing, you have to understand that mistake happens, and the mistake doesn't feel good in the moment, right? But you have to appreciate the lesson from that mistake. So instead of taking it and being upset at the person that is working with you, you have to go back and understand what was it and unravel what was it that caused that mistake. Where did the communication lie? Where did the chain break somewhere? What happened in between that point that needed to be fixed? And so that is a lesson that you could take and then fix that lesson for somewhere else. Now, if there's someone that's always constantly making the same mistake over and over again, right, that's an issue. Number one thing that Tai Lopez always looks at, he always looks at prudence, right, is number one, and agreeableness. Prudence and agreeableness. So those are the two key factors that he found, and I also found right now as well, of people who tend to work best. Prudence as in they're always double checking things, they're making sure things are work, and agreeableness. The last thing you want is someone in your organization that's constantly complaining or fighting others about certain things. That's someone that you don't really want in an organization. You want someone who has a high level of agreeableness. Now, when I say a high level of agreeableness, I'm not saying someone who just agrees to everything that you say, right? No one's robots, right? We want to be able to have someone who's in there who thinks in critical thinking and is able to make conversation and be able to have some sort of actionable, intelligent feedback to things that when they arise. And so what I mentioned about agreeableness is when there is an initiative that comes up, we need people to have open-mindedness about the initiatives that come up and be able to share certain things about that is maybe in their wheelhouse or expertise level. And so when you're doing that, when you're working with people, you always want to understand what are their goals, what is it they're looking to achieve. Because guess what? A lot of times they're not there because they love you or they love the company. Sometimes they're there because they enjoy what they do, or it's part of a career path that'll get them to the next level. Or maybe they don't even want to do that at all. I just talked to someone recently who is in one position, but she wants to be in something completely different down the road, and which actually might align with the organization as we grow as a company. And so that way you could actually understand who is it on your team, what is it that they want to do, and how can you align them as your company grows to different positions in the company. Now, it's very hard to find people who really truly stick around you, who appreciates the company, who knows the company. So those individuals are hard to find. So if you could train them from the beginning, understand their goals, and really kind of raise them up, right, to the very next level with what they want, not only will they appreciate you more, right, and chances are they'll tend to work for you a little bit harder than others, but also at the same time, you have someone that you've grown and you've moved on and you've done your job as a leader, as a manager, as a teacher, as a mentor, and that internally helps you as an individual grow yourself. Because there's an old principle, it's always true, and the principle is you're not a true master unless you know how to teach it. So, which is, you have in an organization, you have a sole contributor, right? And then you have a player coach, right? But then you have a manager, someone who's actually a coach, who's a manager, who could actually teach what they do. And that's when you know that you are a true professional. So those are the tips that I got from my mentor. I spent a lot of money on, a lot of time on to be able to understand. And I hope that you could take that and really, really drive and grow your team. So we'll talk to you soon. If you like all this stuff, please like and subscribe and comment. I'd love to hear more about you and maybe some stories. I'd love to hear what stories you have about some of the people that are working for you. Anyways, we'll talk soon.